Guys, CHH here. I've been seeing people do the 1984 movies thing, and I don't know, I feel like jumping in this, so I guess I'm just gonna jump right into it. This is my list of the 10 best movies from 1984, so brace yourself. Coming in at number 10, Lloyd Kaufman's The Toxic Avenger. I love The Toxic Avenger. I remember watching this on a DVD I got when I used to work at a thrift store, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I brought it home, and that's my introduction to the trauma world. Toxic Avenger is legendary. It's one of those movies that, like, is it a horror film? Is it a splatterpunk film? Is it a... It's a Lloyd Kaufman trauma film. Great special effects, beautiful 16mm film on that one. People either get it or they don't. I get it. I've been a trauma guy since the first time I saw it. I want to talk more about that, like terra firma and stuff like that on my channel. So I'll do that soon, but I got to give it up to Lloyd with The Toxic Avenger at number 10 of 1984. Coming up next at number 9, I don't know if anybody's had this on their list of movies I've seen yet from my friends. I got to give it up to The Woman in Red, starring Gene Wilder. And it also has the actual woman from, I think it's Weird Science. The Woman in Red is so good. The whole movie is about Gene Wilder. He's trying to cheat on his wife. He falls in love with this woman that he sees. She is just gorgeous, and he has to cheat on his wife. It's his whole thing is cheating on his wife. And he's getting into all kinds of hijinks and mischief, and there's some just hilarious scenes. Gene Wilder is at his best in The Woman in Red. Also, I think it's Diane Warwick and Stevie Wonder do the soundtrack to this movie, and it's beautiful. Check out the song called It's You. My God, it's lovely. I've got the soundtrack on vinyl too, by the way, but such a good movie. Hilarious. The Woman in Red. Please check that out with Gene Wilder. Coming in at number 8. This is my list. That's all I'm saying. It's got to be Ninja 3. Ninja 3, The Domination. Holy smokes. What the hell is this movie about? I was told I didn't need to see the first 2 Ninjas, which I never have. I really haven't. But Ninja 3, The Domination is insane. Holy crap. You'll never look at V8 juice the same again. You can now use it as a sexual tool to seduce men, ladies. But this movie starts out with a ninja invading a golf course and killing people. That's the beginning of the Ninja 3, The Domination. Dare I say any more? I mean, that's got to be on my list. Coming up next, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Putting these horror movies in here is tough, guys. This is new to me to talk about this and combine genres. I feel comfortable having the final chapter right here. It's my favorite Friday the 13th movie. I think it's one of the best slasher films ever made, but I also think that a lot of movies from 1984 are quite simply amazing. So I'm happy putting the final chapter in here. I've talked about the final chapter so much on my channel, I don't need to go into it. Let's just go to the next one. Coming up next on my list, I believe this is 5, 10, 9, 8, 7. This is number 6. Children of the Corn, man. I love Children of the Corn so much. It's probably my favorite Stephen King movie. I love this movie so much. This has an amazing cast. I love all the kids. The opening scene of the kids killing the adults in the diner just gives me the willies till this day. This one hits it for me. And the thing that's so cool about Children of the Corn is people hate it or love it, it seems. A lot of my friends in my circles I talk to and just on the internet, they either hate this movie or they love this movie. I think that's so awesome. I hate it when everybody just loves a movie. Isn't that boring? But Children of the Corn is one of those films that it's love-hate. I love Children of the Corn so much. Guys, the best movie you've never seen is what it's dubbed, Streets of Fire. I had to have this movie on my list when I was thinking about the year because I love Streets of Fire so much. I remember getting this movie from Scream Factory, never heard anything about it. I'm not going to spoil too much about this movie because I still feel that there's probably a lot of people that haven't seen this movie. William Dafoe is in it. The cast is so good. The music is to die for. Oh my God. The soundtrack is just everything to Streets of Fire. I just can't live without this movie. I won't spoil anything about it. It's a rock and roll fable, man. You have got to see this movie. It really is that cool. Streets of Fire, check it out. Scream Factory put it out. Shout Factory, whatever. All right, guys, coming in at number 4 is The Terminator. That's right. I had to put The Terminator up pretty high because, I mean, it's The Terminator. Of course it's got to be up here. You know, it's weird. I'm trying to juggle where would Friday the 13th fall in there, and I felt comfortable putting where I did. But Terminator, man, The Terminator is The Terminator. I love this one. People call this a slasher film, which I think is really cool. And it's hard to really argue that when you look at what the movie actually is. So, yeah, I guess Terminator is a slasher film. But I love this movie. James Cameron just killed it. Arnold is such a good, bad Terminator as much as he is a good Terminator. But I love this movie so much, man. This one's so 80s too, you know. The Terminator is great. Great soundtrack as well. Coming in at number 3, guys, this was tough placing these top 3. It's Gremlins. Gremlins has to be number 3. I mean, God almighty, I can't get enough of Gremlins. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Gremlins. Making this list was tough. Making this list was really tough, but Gremlins has to be number 3. I mean, Joe Dante is one of my favorite directors. This movie is so wild and nuts. He did a great job with all the Gremlins and all the great scenes, the bar scene. I love it. Gremlins is number 3. Number 2 is, to probably not a lot of people's surprise, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, maybe you thought it would be number 1, but yeah, I'm a Freddy guy. A lot of you that have watched my channel for a long time before I rebranded to expand my channel to talk about different genres, you knew I love Nightmare on Elm Street. What can I say? But Nightmare on Elm Street has to be number 2 on this list. Freddy's the greatest horror icon, in my opinion, ever. I love this movie. Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, is landmark, legendary. It's more popular today than it ever has been, so there's something to be said there. So number 2 has to be Nightmare on Elm Street. My number 1 film of 1984. It's so easy for me. My number 1 film is Ghostbusters. I mean, Ghostbusters is one of my all-time favorite movies ever. I adore this movie. Ghostbusters is everything to me. I love every frame, every cell, every sound of this movie. This movie gave me my love for the band The Bus Boys. This movie gave me my love for Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray. I mean, Ghostbusters is everything. The Ray Parker Jr. theme, the special effects still look amazing all this time later. The humor in this movie is so good. I think that it's good to where as a kid you can laugh at stuff, but you don't get certain things, and then as an adult you understand certain things, and it just makes the movie even better. I think Bill Murray is just hysterical in this movie, and again, the effects are great. And Rick Moranis, who's a more lovable human being than Rick Moranis? Nobody. The reason this movie is so good is because the supporting cast is literally perfect. Literally perfect. Rick Moranis and Sigourney Weaver are literally the super glue that puts this thing together and closes it. Ghostbusters is number 1. That's easy. Ghostbusters. Thank you guys for watching this video. That's my top 10 films of 1984. That was actually pretty tough. There's so many great ones. That's obviously my list. This isn't what I think the best is, but whatever. If I love these movies that much, they are the best. Screw it. I'm not worried about it. That's my list. It's my list. But hey, it's really fun to do this. So I think Ken from Mid-Level Media was the guy who created this. I'm not usually the kind of guy to jump on these kinds of things, but like Doc Brown said, what the hell? Thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see you next time.